You know, it's funny, I keep forgetting that apparently in One Piece, if you look like a dinosaur, you're pretty much classified as a dragon. Don't know how it works, but it's awesome. Happy Friday, everybody. Yes, I just finished reading latest chapter of One Piece. I am so happy that we finally have some payoff after, several weeks of being in that mid-arc slump. We have a potential jailbreak. We have a fight in the Capitol. We have the revelation of a character's power. And we have a break next week. I did not like that at all. It stinks. I have to wait until after Father's Day until the next one. Oh well. That, I guess thumbs the brakes. No pun intended. It's actually really kind of, I swear, we just had like 2 breaks in a row in the month of May, and now we have another one. I'm actually really worried because if you guys have been paying attention to my Facebook or anything I've been sharing in my videos, the Wano arc is approaching in the anime, and a lot of people really have their hopes set on it being good, a good adaptation, better than what the manga is. See, the thing of it is, in the beginning, when One Piece was really popular, for every 1 episode of One Piece, it was like 2 to even 3 chapters of manga. Of course, over time, the anime catches up with that. And at this point, we're lucky to get even half a chapter of manga in an episode, which is really not good. That's why they're purposely having the Reverie arc in the anime take so long just to get to Wano, so we can finally, have a good, consistent thing with, pacing. But when we have breaks like this, it makes me worried that we're going to have the same problem again anyway. Unless they really know how to work pacing. They should. And plus, the animation still looks awesome. And that's another thing with... See, what you need to understand is, One Piece is a show that does like 48 episodes a year. And so, you have Toei and Shueisha and Shonen Jump manga. Like, they really want to milk it for all it's worth. And that's why you have a lot of inconsistencies in the animation of the show as well. Some episodes are great for animation. I'm looking at you, episode 870, and by extension, 871. Oh, there was one inconsistency in there, but that's nothing. So yeah, taking that aside, we are here. We unfortunately have a break next week, but I don't know, I guess. And of course, they do it on they end the chapter on an image that is awesome in a lot of ways. Again, okay, I'll probably talk about Devil Fruits at some point, but in One Piece. But all you really need to know is that Devil Fruits come in classes, and one such class allows you to transform into an animal or, an animal-human hybrid. And there are a special, let's say, class that allows you to turn into, ancient extinct animals. And 3 such characters on the bad guy's side, again, I don't really want to give away spoilers, have such powers. One of them is a mammoth, one of them is a pterodon, and The one they just revealed today is a Brachiosaurus. And I just mentioned earlier that, obviously the Pterodon and the Brachiosaurus are dinosaurs, but for whatever reason, they want to classify them as dragons. Which, classically, dragons are considered to be reptiles, and dinosaurs were the biggest reptiles on the face of the earth. So, who knows? Maybe I'm looking into something that's not really there, but, whatever. And also, I gotta say, Big Mom and the Big House. Don't worry, I'll put a link in the description up top or below, whatever platform you're watching this, so you can read the chapter yourself. But this was a good one. This is a really good chapter. I'm really glad that there's finally been some payoff. If I had to make a guess, because it's very clear that the Wano arc is actually going to be doing this in acts, and we finished Act 1 like around very, very late 18, very, very early 2019. So, I predict chapter 950 will be when Act 2 ends. So, let's say that after the 2-week break, so it'll be the weekend of June 21st. So, literally 2 weeks from now. And we actually have nothing but manga for 5 weeks straight. It'll be late July when we get to chapter 950. Hopefully. So, yeah, that should give you a brief estimate when that happens. So, yeah, I think chapter 950 is when Act 2 of the Wano arc will end. How is it going to end? I don't know. But it should be a good show. Well, it's going to be, reading chapters, so it'll be a good read, let's say. So, enough about that. Let's get into the other exciting thing that, happened yesterday, and that is, of course, the newest episode of Hot Ones, which featured Halle Berry, which, okay, I'm just saying this right now. Halle Berry took down those wings like a champ. Don't get me wrong, she still fell victim to, some of the pain that you get from eating, wings that are covered in sauces of that, heat level. That happens. But in terms of, swagger and just, owning it, she racked. It's really, I hope that this isn't, I hope this wasn't a proverbial shotgun blast to Hot One's foot, but at the end, they gave Halle Berry essentially a trophy, which is basically a gigantic, paper mache last dab, it looked like. The bottle, that is. And, they basically gave it to her as an award for, getting through the wings of death. The shotgun blast to the foot I just mentioned comes in the form of, now they've set a precedent. Basically, anyone who goes on the show from now on, or anyone who's been on the show and would therefore legitimately deserve it, is going to want that trophy. I want that trophy, for goodness sakes. That'd be really cool. But I actually have to be on the show and, take down the wings. And that's the thing. You actually got to take down the wings in order to even qualify for getting the trophy. So yeah, it kind of set a precedent. Not entirely sure if it's a good thing, but, I guess we'll see going forward. Although, to be perfectly honest, it kind of makes me wonder how it took them 9 seasons to come up with an idea that technically really only took this much thought and effort into doing. So, yeah, there's that. Another thing that was going on yesterday, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup. I I only saw like the first period last night because I really was feeling sleepy. Well, let me find the, where is it? Stanley Cup Finals. Here we go. The series was tied 2 apiece last night, and so, wow, the Blues actually won. Game 5, I know that for basketball, whoever wins Game 5, 82% of the time they end up winning the series in the next game. I'm not entirely sure how hockey works, though. I mean, if it's the same as basketball, then, let's see, June 9th is going to be, actually, it's going to be Sunday. Oh, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, what do you know? So, yeah, wow, that's actually going to be really frustrating. It's basically going to be like Sunday Night Football all over again, where if you're going to stay up and watch it, and then you have to go to work the next day, it is going to be terrible. But, who knows, maybe. I mean, hockey is diehard fans. They'll stay up for however long it takes. But it should still be, fun to watch. Again, even though the Blues won, and again, let's say that it is basketball logic, and therefore whoever wins Game 5 will pretty much go and end up winning the series. I'm still thinking that the Bruins are going to win, in 7 games. Well, at this point, it has to be 7 games. Because if the Bruins win on Sunday, then whenever Game 7 is, that'll be what ultimately, breaks the tie. So, there you go. That's really all I need to say about that. Although, speaking of basketball, I do know that is it Game 4 tonight or Game 5 for, no, it's Game 4 for the NBA Finals. So, yeah, Toronto is winning. So, I mean, you can't really decide the series tonight because, again, I think the series is only 2-1 in Toronto's favor. And I did have Golden State winning in 7. So, I'm still going to stick by that. But we'll see. It should be fun. I mean, the game is on tonight. So, if anyone, has anything to do or, looking for something to do in terms of, staying in, you can go watch that. Or, if you want to go see a movie, I mean, I heard Dark Phoenix isn't very good. So, but there are plenty of other movies that are out. I mean, Booksmart should still be in theaters. Long Shot should still be in theaters. Avengers Endgame is going to be in theaters until probably late August because, of course, it would be. And, the movie I saw last week, Rocket Man, go watch that because that movie really deserves support, especially if you're a fan of Elton John's music. I like Elton John's music. Full disclosure, whenever I work out in the morning lately when I've been working out in the morning, I take an opportunity to listen to Saturday Night It's Alright for Fighting by Elton John during my run. So, yeah, that's fun. I actually really like that song. Man, I will admit that one of the reasons why it took me because to be honest, I wanted to make videos for a lot longer than, let's just say if it were up to me, I would have started making videos the instant I learned how to. And to be honest, I kind of knew how to, I just sort of, didn't. I wish I was, like, more actively involved with, music that you would, like, find and listen to on the internet. Because my iPod library would be so much more vast if that was the case. I mean, I have a lot of songs on my iPod, don't get me wrong, but literally the only Elton John song I have on my iPod is Rocket Man. And I really only listen to Rocket Man because of that one clip from Family Guy. From season 3. Yeah, I'm sure a diehard Family Guy fan is gonna figure out what I'm talking about. And I should probably end this before I start talking about more stuff that I I don't know. Although, you know, I think it's been long enough. I think it was Monday when I gave you guys my last clue. I think, you know, today would be a good day to give you guys another clue as to what the main course of my full course menu is. So, for those of you who need a quick recap, you know, my two clues so far have been, you know, these places, all three of them are nothing short of the GOAT. One of them is a place I have mentioned before when discussing an item on my full course menu. And so, because actually I have several clues I could give you, but I want to be very meticulous as to which ones I want to give you and when. So, the clue is this. Technically, all three of these places are very much within walking distance of each other. Well, at the very least, two of them are. The third, yes, you can walk to it, but it will be a bit of a trek. But there you go. All three of them are well within walking distance of each other. You just gotta, again, I want to be very meticulous to what the clues are. So, again, if you have guesses, you know, come seek me out, come find me. I'll be happy to let you know if, you know, you're right or whatever. So that should be fun. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platforms. I am humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hoping we all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and kicks off a wonderful weekend. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I am always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices.